All right, hello, and welcome to week 6 of the NAGA football season. We are back at it with the Virginia Beach Mariners at the Oklahoma City Tornadoes. These two teams will be facing off, and this could have quite the playoff implications. These are two top teams in their conference, and I mean, let's get into it, right? These two teams enter this week after the holiday break. Virginia Beach, number 1 seed. Oklahoma City, number 4. Meanwhile, Virginia Beach boasts a 4-1 win-loss record, while OKC holds a 3-2. They are sitting behind St. Louis, who also holds a 4-1 record like Virginia Beach. These two teams, well, they've got stars, right? They've got stars all over the place. OKC most notably for their D-line. Virginia Beach just everywhere after falling short in the championship game. Their owner, E, decided to load everything up and gun for another run at it. So this should be an interesting time. Corey Marshall facing off against Brandon Gilligan, as we can see. Eric Walker with the Kenny Matlock matchup, and of course Tyler Powers obviously with Jamal Edwards closing in this lineup. Let's go ahead and look at these expert picks, and today, looks like Danny's the only one that's going to take Virginia Beach aside, 37-28. Joe, Dave, and James will all take OKC, with James saying it'll be a blowout by 25 points if I know how to math. And through these thousands of simulations, OKC has a 72% chance of winning. So this should be interesting. So we'll go ahead. We'll head right in there. We'll get some more stats on you and other stuff like that. But for now, let's go ahead and head in. All right, welcome to the Train Depot, home of the NAGA League. Virginia Beach will be able to choose first as they are the visiting team. We'll go with heads, and OKC wins. They choose to receive. Virginia Beach will kick off now, and OKC will kick off in the second half. As we go ahead and adjust our camera angle for the broadcast view. The kick is away, and that is Edwards, number 15, immediately taken down by number 44. My goodness. Short of the 25, he'll be taken and spotted at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. This OKC team really needs to put up points. This Virginia Beach defense, number 1, believe it or not. As Gilligan under center surveying. Back to pass, 4-man rush. There's already a penalty down. There's Turner taken down after a gain of 3. Could be against the defense, George Williams, defensive back. And OKC will get a free first down. Not too bad. Not a shabby start to a drive. Get a free holding call on the defensive side, and hey, that makes life easier for Gilligan and the Tornadoes. So Gilligan with Matlock to his right. Surveying. Back to pass. 4-man rush. 5-man rush now. Throwing it into coverage. Oh my goodness, Jamal Edwards. Wow. That's why he's number 1. That's why he's the number 1 option on this team. Right, almost threw an interception. My goodness. Snatched it out of the defender's hand. Virginia Beach really wishing they could have got that interception. Gilligan, motion to the man at the inside. Under center. Hands off to Matlock. Matlock, oh my goodness. Taken down immediately by Grimes, number 95. Oh, wow. Now you can see it right there. Virginia Beach has loaded up on defensive talent. 95 coming through, showing up right then and there. Gilligan, motion to the man to the inside. Under center, back to pass. 4-man rush. He's got a oh my goodness, taken down. Had pressure in his face, but that turned into a sack as it was looking to be a halfback screen. Matlock unable to get out far enough. Gilligan now on a 3rd and 19. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Bombing it deep. Number 15, Jamal Edwards, unable to come down. Mac Grimes back in for Randy Payne. And that will be all they wrote for OKC. Though it is technically all she wrote. But hey, we'll go with it. And the punt is away. Number 44. That is Marion. Turns it. Oh my goodness. Just bulldozing Edwards over. Taken down to the 38. And this is not the spot you want to be in if you're an OKC fan. Your offense just went 3 and out, on that drive after a holding penalty. And now Virginia Beach has all the momentum. C4, Mr. Marshall under center. I mean, he has all day. My goodness, there's not the Walker. I mean, the pass rush was non-existent. All 4 rushers got off their block and just nothing happened. In fact, the right defensive tackle got pancaked. My goodness. Marshall, empty set, 4 receivers, 1 tight end, surveying, massive defensive presence on the right side. Marshall back to pass, 5-man rush, never mind, turns into a spy. He's going to launch it. Ooh. I don't know what number that was, so I'm unable to comment on who almost had that interception. All I can say is both these teams are really wishing they could have had that. Though if I were to guess, I can't actually, because none of these guys had a single digit. That looked like a single digit. Marshall back to pass, 4-man rush, going to launch it immediately. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's a bit confusing. Number 22, strong safety, Ethan Simoneau, with, I don't know what that was. That is a 3 and out for Virginia Beach. Lisenby now. Ooh, nice evasion, taken down by number 7. And I do apologize, I was reading the depth chart wrong. Number 2, Deontay Battle, the number 1 cornerback for OKC. Almost had the interception, dropped it. It's a bit unfortunate, but OKC, hey, they're feeling a lot better now. Gilligan back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got pressure in his face, throwing off to the right. Kenny Matlock. Oh my goodness, you're such a man. Going down the sideline for a 23-yard gain. My goodness. Wow. That was a play. If anything, that should have been a 7-yard gain. Kenny Matlock brushes the man off, goes ahead, gets a massive 23-yard gain as Gilligan now motions the man inside. Back to pass, Gilligan is 4-man rush. He's going to dump it off. Ooh. That was close. That was like number 59. Kenny Matlock now subbing out for DeMarquez Clark. Head on over to the defensive side for Virginia Beach. That was 58, Jonathan Coleman. And there is a false start against Jimmy Burrows, number 86, the tight end. So now, instead of 2nd and 10, OKC is now at a 2nd and 15. This is basically as if they had gotten a sack anyways. It's Brandon Gilligan now being quoted for rushing yards for some reason, as he motions the tight end out to the left. Hands off to the running back, Matlock. And Matlock, I mean, my goodness, just insane closing speed from that D-line. Let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. Desmond Cooper, Ryan Tanner, Matt Grimes, and Joseph Toussaint. It's French, apparently, so says the depth chart. These are talented men as Gilligan back to pass. Oh my goodness, what was that pocket? It doesn't matter. Jamal Edwards, 32-yard gain. Wow. Virginia Beach had him right where they wanted, and at the flick of a wrist, Jamal Edwards down the sideline of, well, not the sideline, but, you know, streaking down the field, able to come down with that. Gilligan, another fake handoff, the launcher of the end zone. My goodness, number 44 this time, coming in for a clutch stop. And I am unable to find who that is. That is the free safety, Jahil Marion, as he is one of their superstar defensive players. It's Gilligan now motioning the wide receiver all the way out to the right. Hands off to Matlock. Matlock has a lane to the right. Stiff arms a man. Pushing forward still as a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10. DeMarquez Clark now coming in. Kenny Matlock, my goodness. Some will question why Raleigh did not retain Matlock, but OKC doesn't want to worry about that. Clark off to the right. Oh my goodness, just crushed after a 3-yard gain, my goodness. Kenny Matlock's most notable play for a lot of people around the league is the dropped pass in the playoffs. And, hey, you know, bad luck. Gilligan hands off to Matlock. Matlock running to the right, taken down, but not before he gets a gain of 3. It's now 3rd and 4 at the 6-yard line. DeMarquez Clark now subbing in for Kenny Matlock. Virginia Beach doing a lot of bending. So far, no breaking. Gilligan under center. And Gilligan is back to pass. He's going to want that passing touchdown. Oh my goodness. Wow. And apparently at some point, Grimes was injured. I did not see that. I am blind, apparently, because I never saw that notification. But we'll go ahead and we must give credit to Adrian Turner, their second. Whoa, my goodness. Oh, wow. Wow. Just doinked it in. I have no words for that. Oh, wow. That could have been very bad for OKC. Adrian Turner, their second wide receiver. He is their superstar on the team. And I mean, my goodness, as Powers returns this, we're going to go ahead and talk about this team as he's taken down at the 20. They'll mark him down at the 20. But let's just go through this. Jamal Edwards, Adrian Turner, Tayshaun Richardson, and DeAndre Knight. What do they all have in common? They are talented, with Jamal Edwards being an elite wide receiver. I apologize, Walker, as I'm reading the wrong sheet, actually. So don't listen to me. I'm incorrect. That's actually the offensive powerhouse of OKC. Let's head on over to the actual roster after a loss of 3 on that one, as C4 is now under center. Marshall back to pass. A massive blitz, and he gets taken down by number 24. A loss of 7. That'll be 3rd and 20. Wow. Now we head back over to the OKC roster. Go ahead and find out who that was. That is Casey Riley. Wow. That's their 4th string cornerback. My goodness, Marshall back to pass. Oh, he's going to bomb it deep. Oh, wow. Great protection. Bryce Darr, their 3rd string cornerback, on the deflection. Let's head back over to the Virginia Beach. I know we're headed back over to OKC, but I got to give this list. I gave you the wrong list. Tyler Powers, Shakir Burns, Trenton Lawson, and Cameron Riddle. I mean, incredible talent. Tyler Powers, a superstar. Shakir Burns, a massive superstar, acquired from Memphis during the trade that went down between the bidding war between Virginia Beach and San Antonio. Memphis opting for Virginia Beach. And I mean, they've just got talent. As Gilligan now back to pass, there is a flag, and the play is going to dump it over the middle. Ooh, that was a great deflection. But there is a holding against Malcolm Riley. It won't matter. 1st and 10. And if this mirrors what happened earlier, this could be a 3 and out for OKC. But let's head back on over to the OKC roster. And yeah, this team is a lot more stacked than a lot of people want to give him credit for. Brandon Gilligan, 4 of 7. There is a false start, however, so all those yards you gained doesn't matter. It's now 1st and 15. Oh my goodness. You get a 5-yard advancement and an automatic 1st down, but now you're back to where you started, and you have to gain 5 more yards. My goodness. As I was saying, Brandon Gilligan, 4 of 7 for 71 yards and a touchdown. Quite the productive day. Gilligan back to pass. Oh my goodness, just immediately destroyed by Toussaint. And he is, wow, he is quite the player. Jesus. I mean, Joseph Toussaint, he's a star in this league. All I can say. Matlock shutting Toussaint off before he's taken down for a gain of 2. And once again, this could look like a potential 3 and out as Toussaint subs out. As Gilligan with Matlock beside him, motioning the man inside. Go! Gilligan back to pass. He's got a blitzer in his face, but it doesn't matter. Oh, nice coverage. And I think that was number 5, Malcolm Riley, being called for the holding earlier and getting the clutch deflection. That would have been a 25-yard gain down the field. Instead, there's nothing. And the punt is away. Virginia Beach not wanting to do anything with that. But can OKC get it? Wow. Barely missed it. 1st and 10 on the 20. Virginia Beach locked and loaded now. They are prepping for their drive down the field. And this is not exactly the game I thought we'd see. I thought we'd see a lot more explosions. As Walker now taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, but Ragsdale is being told in his helmet he's got a tackle for loss, so he's celebrating. Ragsdale, one of the premier defensive linemen in this league. And he's letting Virginia Beach know it. As Marshall under center, 4-man rush. He's got all day. The right tackle abusing that defensive end. My goodness. I don't even want to talk about the for some reason, the defensive back trying to intercept 5 yards out of bounds. That defensive end was getting destroyed on the right side. My goodness. Corey Marshall not exactly having his best day. 1 of 5 for 2 yards. As he motions the man inside. Marshall back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to launch over the left side. And that is incomplete. That might have been a drop. And that would be extremely unfortunate, as that would be Nashon Nashawn Scott, who is, I'm not joking with you right now, their 5th string wide receiver. So that's a lot of trust by Marshall, but you're 1 for 6 right now. You're going to need to get some plays in the hands of Tyler Powers and Shakir Burns. Now, I do want to have a little bit of a shedding of light on these two teams. Virginia Beach has the #1 total offense and the #1 total defense. Go! As Matlock taken down immediately by Toussaint. And that is a loss of 2. Meanwhile, this OKC team, there we go, that's the words I'm looking for. 20th total offense and 6th total defense. As Gilligan back to pass, he's got, oh my goodness, a massive blitz in his face, and the lineman is just standing there as Cooper picks it up, and he's taken down. Wow. My goodness. The line had all day and then some to pick the ball up, and the defensive line just picks it up immediately. Marshall now inside the 28, looking to drive this ball into the end zone. Marshall back to pass, 4-man rush, dumping it off to Burns. Burns gets a gain of 3 yards, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the ball in the hands of your playmakers when you're not having that great of a time. You got to put it in the hands of your best player, and something will happen. May not be great, but it's better than putting it in the hands of your 4th and 5th string wide receiver, I'll tell you that. Marshall motioning Powers to the inside. Walker, my goodness, just immediate explosion off the line from Jeffcoat. My goodness, that D-line just, they read the play. That's all I can say right there. My goodness. Marshall with Walker in the backfield. 3rd and 9 is going to motion him out. Empty backfield. This could be a Marshall back to pass. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, everything about this play was a little bit weird. He opened everybody up. Looked like it was going to be a massive shot to the end zone. And instead it's a comeback route where nobody was home. Virginia Beach now opts for a field goal. Reynolds kicks it up. The kick is good. 44 yards. And Reynolds can notch that one in his belt as we come to a close in the first quarter with 5 seconds remaining. This kickoff will most likely bring us to the second quarter. Reynolds boots it deep, his first time tonight since the kickoff. Edwards taken down short of the 20, and someone screamed on the Virginia Beach sideline. My goodness, Jesus, someone's in pain over there. It's on my left ear. There was no one over there. Gilligan under center. They have 2 seconds, believe it or not. Gilligan back to pass. 4-man rush. Man got flattened, and there's a wide open Scully over the middle. Wow, 38-yard gain. And that'll end the first quarter. Apologies. Oh my goodness. What? And you don't even get to see the play art because the quarter ended as Liam Scully now has a 1 reception for 38 yards down the middle. My goodness. As Matlock has a clean lane up the middle. Oh my goodness, a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Oh my goodness. And you know what's funny is Liam Scully's actually their 2nd string tight end. He's not even their first option at tight end. Virginia Beach was just not prepared for that one. As Gilligan motions the man out to the left, it's going to hand off to Matlock. Matlock, this time Virginia Beach was ready. And it's now 3rd and 8 after a loss of 4 from Toussaint. And DeMarquez Clark comes in. And if I'm Virginia Beach, I have to look into Toussaint, and I have to see, is this man being paid enough? Because right now, he's outperforming Matt Grimes. And Clark, he's got a wide lane to the right. Oh my goodness, number 44 finally brings him down. Gain of 17 yards. Wow, the speed on DeMarquez Clark is something else. And in fact, wow, he is much faster than Kenny Matlock. Those speed sweeps and runs out to the outside are going to be great. Gilligan back to pass. He's got all day. Oh my goodness, almost launches it in the number 52's hands. That's Sean Tucker, as he is their first string middle linebacker. And their best defensive player, I believe, actually. No, their best defensive player is actually, yeah, no, it is. Gilligan back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to launch over to the left, and he is off the target. Nearly another interception. At this point, OKC is good to go for a field goal, but I don't think they really want that. As Gilligan is now back under center. Motioning number 87, Richardson to the inside. Gilligan back to pass, four-man rush, clean pocket. He's going to launch it over, and this time it's picked off by Coleman, number 58. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Just as soon as you think they're going to score 3 points. Wow. Jonathan Coleman, their outside linebacker. My goodness. 30 years old, by the way, making that type of athletic move. Marshall back to pass. He's got a blitz coming on the left side. Finds Walker. Gain of 9 yards. Wow. Delayed blitz from the secondary. That's all they needed. That middle opened up for Matlock and 9-yard gain. Marshall flanked by running back and fullback. Motioning Powers to the inside. Blitz coming in. Marshall doesn't have time, and he's taken down 7 yards. Wow, a massive blitz. Tompkins gets home. My goodness. Yeah, Marshall, nobody was open, didn't have enough time to scramble. Wow, Marshall back to pass, four-man rush. He's going to bomb it deep, and Powers with the most insane reception I've seen. Wow. And I don't know why you call a cover one spy. I mean, I'm going to check this out, but I'm 95% sure. Yeah. Marshall's speedy for a wide receiver. He ain't fast. You don't need a spy on that down. Marshall motioning Burns to the left. Marshall back to pass. 5-man rush. He's going to launch onto the right. Robertson takes it in for a gain of 10 yards. Number 50 on the coverage. Unfortunately, Tony Pickett is unable to make the pass breakup, so that'll be a reception. Never mind, it's 2nd and inches. My goodness. Marshall motioning Powers out to the right. Hands off to Walker. Walker, oh my goodness, evades a would-be TFL and gains 4 yards. Kamani Moore now comes in, and Jameer Tinsley comes in for Tony Pickett. My goodness. Rush of -1 yards for Eric Walker today, but he's got 11 yards. So if you passed him, he's going to end the day with positive yardage. Marshall out to Moore. Moore, I mean, he's got, oh my goodness, 10 yards. I don't know what happened there. There must have been miscommunication. He tried to cut it back into the blocker. He had a touchdown on the left side. That's all I'm going to say. Marshall back to pass. He's got Walker on the right. Ooh. Dropped pass. Unfortunate. And yeah, he had Walker wide open. Corey Marshall, 5 of 12 with 56 yards. Not exactly the day they want, but they are facing a top defense. Marshall back to pass. I mean, wow. I don't know if you guys saw that left defensive end. I mean, my goodness, he spun that left tackle into another dimension and just was not there in time. He was right up in Marshall's face, but Marshall released the ball. That's some incredible playmaking. Marshall motioning the man to the inside. That's Burns. Oh my goodness, the defense immediately envelops him for a loss of 7. That's Ragsdale. Now Virginia Beach will have to settle for 3. Oh my goodness. Jordan Ragsdale, 3 tackles, 1 sack. I mean, my goodness. Could you ask for anything more? Ooh, so Reynolds chips it inside, 40-yard field goal. He did not have that in the field goal post when he kicked that, but he arched it back in, able to bring it within 1 point. And had OKC missed their extra point, this would have been a tied game. Reynolds going to boot it into the end zone. Edwards, he's got a little bit of room, but not much. Ooh, he's taken down immediately at the 20-yard line. And they'll give him an extra yard, so he's down to 21. Second quarter, a little over 5 minutes remaining as OKC looks to put up something during this drive. Gilligan under center. He's going to motion Edwards to the inside. He's going to hand off to Matlock. Matlock puts the man in a spin cycle and gains 4 yards. Wow. Reminds me of Kenyon Drake for the Miami Dolphins. There was, I believe it was Minnesota, or maybe it was the Patriots. Someone had blitzed on the inside. He spin moved him and just ran for miles. He got a touchdown. Matlock did not, but, you know. Gilligan pitches it out to Matlock. Matlock, he has a wide lane. Oh, my goodness. Number 88. Oh, my. Face mask against the defense, too. Wow. That's, oh my goodness, that's got to be at least 25 yards because I was looking at the roster when I looked over. I didn't get to see how many yards they gained. My goodness, Gilligan fakes the handoff, 4-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to launch it deep. Ooh, number 13, unable to come down with it. Kenny Matlock now comes in. That was DeMarcus Clark with the drop. Number 88, who is that? There was number 88, the tight end, Trevor Robertson. I mean, just sent that man home on that Kenny Matlock run. Brandon Gilligan now cooling off, 5 of 13, 1 TD, 1 interception. Hands off to Matlock. Matlock bursting up the middle. Gain of 3 hard-fought yards. My goodness, DeMarcus Clark now back in. I mean, my goodness. And his, wow, okay. Yeah, he's one of the better run-blocking tight ends in the league. My goodness, no wonder. That man pancaked that defensive back immensely. Gilligan, back to pass, got all day. He's going to launch it immediately. Ooh. I believe that was number, had to be 88. Apologies, 89? Ryan Tapp? Interesting. Huh. I'm assuming that's who that was. It looked like a 9. If not, then that would be 88 Robertson, who I was just praising. And that's a 3 and out. And now Virginia Beach back with the ball, only down by a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they've only not scored on 1 drive, and that'd be their first drive. As Marshall now motions the man from the left to the right. That's Burns. Marshall back to pass. 4-man rush. Got a spy. He's going to dump it off. Oh, my goodness. Number 50. If you had hands, you'd be on offense. As he drops that easy interception. That's Tony Pickett. Once again, Tony Pickett's had 2 possible interceptions to change this game, and it's not come through. Marshall motioning the man to the inside. Out to the left. Apology. He's going to pitch off to Walker. Walker's got all day. Taken down by Tony Pickett. 4-yard gain. You got to make up for it, right? You got to make that open field tackle. That's at least something. If you can get Virginia Beach to punt on this drive, you'll at least make up the interception. Marshall, surveying, back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got all day and then some powers. I mean, with the most easiest of catches he'll ever see in his life. A gain of 11. Jamar Tinsley now coming in for Tony Pickett. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was like a game of catch. No one was within 5 yards. The defender was standing way behind him as Marshall back to pass. He's got time. He's hit as he throws. Oh, Burns unable to come down with it. My goodness. I mean, the defensive end just came crashing into Marshall as soon as he released that ball at the high point of his throw. You got to think maybe that had to do something with it, but that ball was pretty on point. Marshall back to pass, 4-man rush. He has all day and then some into a defender's hands. That's Augustine. And he's finally taken down. Wow. Read the route just too late. Threw it a bit behind, or I should say in front, and Augustine comes up with the interception. OKC now beyond their 50, and Matlock, the elderly man, gains 2 yards. All right, I don't know why you would put Kenny Matlock on an outside run. This man is 30 years old. It's a miracle he's out here right now. That's okay. Kenny Matlock has done some serviceable things for OKC. Gilligan under center. Motion number 87 to the inside, and Matlock, oh my goodness, wow. That was an interesting play. That's going to be something that we have to use as footage for adjustments. Kenny Matlock now subbing back in for DeMarcus Clark. For some reason, after the broken tackle, instead of running, he just stood there, ran, and then got sucked back. So that's going to be an interesting clip to show. Gilligan back to pass. He's got time. My goodness, number 52. What an incredible stop that was. I mean, my goodness. Sean Tucker, he's 30 years old, and he's jumping like that? You got to be kidding me. OKC with the interception, but no points off turnovers. Unfortunate. I believe Virginia Beach is the only team with points off turnovers, and my goodness, Marion. Wow. Oh my goodness. Who is that? Number 15 for OKC. Who is that? It's got to be 14 maybe. I don't know. Wow. Whoever that was, they let up an easy inside the 20 tackle as Marshall going deep doesn't get the man There is a defender that deflects the ball. My goodness. I mean, you're looking at, you know, being inside possibly the 10, and you just whiff on that. Corey Marshall, 7 of 18 for 69 yards. These two defenses are having a day-to-day. Marshall motioning Powers to the inside. Marshall back to pass, launch over the middle of Powers, and he's got all the room for 19 yards. My goodness. And this is what it might be. OKC has the 20th ranked offense, and Virginia Beach has, I believe, the number 1. And, yeah. Oh, my goodness. He's going to launch it to Burns. Is just an easy catch. 28-yard gain. My goodness. I don't know why I said I believe. I literally read this off in the beginning. They have the number 1 total offense and the number 1 total defense. So, yeah. Marshall back to pass. He's going to launch it over the middle again. Ooh, number 4 with the deflection. No interception this time. But this is one of those games where the defenses come to play and the offenses just have to find their time to put points up. And so far for Virginia Beach, that's field goals. Marshall back to pass. He's going to launch it. Ooh, number 50, Tony Pickett, once again having a third opportunity at an interception. Unable to come down with it. If I'm OKC, I start to look into seeing if I can get this guy to train a little bit more on catching, maybe, you know, teach him some better zone coverages. Marshall back to pass, going to launch it immediately. Oh, my goodness, number 51 with the deflection. We'll say he tried to get hands on it, but we all know how that's going to go down. As that was Darrigan Tompkins, 30 years old. It's the elderly linebackers that are making the plays today as Reynolds boots it up, and this will give Virginia Beach the lead with a 48-yard field goal. And you have to wonder, can a team really win with just field goals? I guess we'll find out today, as OKC's only put up 1 scoring drive, and if I remember correctly, that's exactly when Grimes was out. Reynolds booting it deep. And hey, Grimes may not be having a statistical day, but he is definitely having an F the quarterback day up. That is for sure. The quarterback, the play, the offensive coordinators, scheming. I mean, he's messing it all up today. OKC's got 46 seconds left. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Gilligan back to pass. He's going to launch it deep for number 7 and number 25 in there for the deflection. From OKC, I'm not really looking to bomb it deep into triple coverage, but hey, Gilligan knows best, I suppose. And there is a flag for a false start on Eugene Cromwell, and that'll be now 2nd and 15. My goodness. Not exactly what you'd like to see. Second and 15 from their own 16. 42 seconds remaining. Gilligan back to pass. He's going to launch over the middle. My goodness, that was 56. The speed of the flash out there. And that, if I can find out who did that, I don't even see a 56 here. My goodness. Gilligan off to Matlock. Matlock has lanes, number 88 with an incredible block. My goodness, Kenny Matlock, the elderly man, 31-yard gain. And Marquez Clark probably would have taken that one to the house. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Number 88, the tight end, Adrian Turner. He is just making plays happen on this run team. Run play. Gilligan going to bomb it deep into triple coverage to number 15. An interesting choice, if I do say so myself. I don't really know if Jamal Edwards is talented enough to overcome a triple team. Like, I believe that was Stephon Diggs that did that. And there's now a encroachment penalty. It'll now be 2nd and 5. I actually thought that'd be a false start against OKC, but no, it's encroachment. OKC now inches over the 50-yard line. 27 seconds remaining, 2nd and 5.
Go!
Gilligan back to pass, going to launch it immediately to the outside to Richardson. Gain of 3 yards, 24 seconds remaining, only 2 seconds off the clock. This is where things get interesting. Does OKC try to go for a field goal, or do they try to go for it all? Brandon Gilligan back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got all day, and he throws into triple coverage like a lunatic again. So they will, in fact, go for neither, because Gilligan doesn't understand what triple coverage is today, apparently. So they will be punting now. But, I mean, I don't know. Do you try to run it, I don't know. Okay, so he's going to Oh my goodness, he's going to punt that into the end zone. Immediate touchback. 1st and 10, 16 seconds left. And Virginia Beach, I can guarantee you, there's a 55% chance they're going to drive down the field and score. With these fast wide receivers, insane. There is a flag. He's going to launch it over to Burns, and Burns immediately catches it, but the penalty is there. It's against the defense for being offsides. Oh my goodness. Stops the clock, saves Virginia Beach a timeout. Not that they can really do much in 10 seconds. And now they're at the 40-yard line instead. My goodness. Corey Marshall, 10 of 24. Not exactly the greatest of days. Marshall back to pass. Surveying. He's going to bomb it deep to, oh my goodness, Riddle. Are they going to call a timeout? They will. Virginia Beach calling a timeout with 3 seconds left. And this is where a field goal comes in. That is number 13, slow to get up. That is Cameron Riddle, their 4th-string wide receiver. Reynolds boots it. Time expires. 46-yard field goal is good. That'll be the end of the half. Virginia Beach 12, Oklahoma City 7. Let's go ahead and head on into the second half. And yeah, my goodness, this game has been interesting to say the least. This reminds me of the Raleigh offense for Virginia Beach. That's what this reminds me of. Constantly getting down there and only scoring field goals. Powers with the return. Ooh, had a bit of a lane. Unable to take it. He's now got a 1st and 10 of the 23. Wow. If Virginia Beach wins with just field goals, I think this will be the first game that the field goal only team has won. I don't really know the stats on that, so don't correct me on that one. It's Marshall back to pass, 4-man rush. There is a flag. He's hit as he throws. Triple coverage defenders there, and is against the defense, number 20, Lisenby. 1st and 10 now at the 28. J.R. Lisenby, one of OKC's standout defensive players. Unlike him to make those types of plays, but some things happen. Corey Marshall back to pass, 4-man rush. Lineman getting shoved in his face, but it doesn't matter because Lawson able to come down. That is Trenton Lawson. Oh my goodness. Wow. Making plays. Corey Marshall, 12 of 26, 188 yards. Still no touchdown. That touchdown is eluding him as he motions Lawson to the inside. Back to pass. 4-man rush. I mean, every day, all day. Oh my goodness. A near pick 6. I will not get to know who that was because I am unable to see that. Oh well. Probably a linebacker, to be completely honest with you. 2nd and 10. Marshall under center. Motions number 88, Robertson out to the right. Marshall back to pass. He's got a defender in his face, but he's going to launch to the left to Powers. And Powers, 10-yard gain. It's enough for a 1st down. And of course, obviously, as everyone knew, Virginia Beach would eventually drive down the field. But can they score? That is the question. Marshall under center. Hands it off immediately to Walker. Walker taken down immediately behind the line, but pushes forward to the line of scrimmage for a no gain. Quite the play there. What was supposed to be a loss of 3 turns into nothing. Marshall with Walker in the back, motioning him out. It's an empty field in the back now. Marshall surveying, 4-man rush. He has all day, going to dump it off to Burns. Burns going to be taken down immediately, 2-yard gain. And if I'm Virginia Beach, and I'm the owner of Virginia Beach, I look to this offensive coordinator and I say, hey, buddy, what's your malfunction, bud? As Marshall now motions number 35, Walker out. Empty backfield, back to pass, 4-man rush. Walker picks up a massive blitz from the right side. Not really a blitz, but I would say in the ferocity that the defensive end had on him, it was a blitz. Corey Marshall now still under 50%. They're going to kick a field goal. Reynolds, and he's not going to get it. 55-yard field goal is no good. Oh, my goodness. So I make it a 8-point game, and he's unable to do it. As Gilligan and the Tornadoes now take over at their 38. Gilligan hands off to Matlock, and he just gets dominated at the line of scrimmage. A loss of 4. That is Toussaint again. I mean, Virginia Beach needs to pay this man. This Joseph Toussaint has been all over the place. Even though the 5 tackles and 1 sack don't really say too much, he's done a lot. Matlock with a wide open lane to the left. pushing forward for a gain of 7, and it's almost as if nothing happened. DeMarquez Clark now coming in. 3rd and 7. My goodness. Gilligan under center. This looks like it'll be a run to the left. Though I could be fooled. It's to the right instead, and Clark has a lane. Wow. 12-yard gain. That's what you want to see. You want to trust your running back to be able to run to the weak side and just outrun the defenders in the open field. You don't got to worry about an open field tackle if you are faster than them. Gilligan fakes the handoff, 4-man rush. There is a flag, however. He's going to bomb it deep, and number 16 had the ball, dropped it, holding 1st and 10 now for OKC. We head on over to the OKC depth chart. That is their 4th string, DeAndre Knight. He's actually probably most teams' 2nd or 1st string wide receiver. Gilligan back to pass, delayed blitz. Oh my God. All right. I don't know if anyone saw that. One of the linebackers blitzed and just got destroyed. I mean, demolished. Not even a pancake. He got atomized, all right? Gilligan under center, 6 of 21. Oh my goodness. Gilligan back to pass, gonna pitch it out to Matlock. He ain't passing anything because I don't know how to observe. Apparently, I'm too caught up on the notion that a linebacker just got destroyed out there. My goodness. Gilligan surveying, and this is what the number 1 defense does to you. They make you look like garbage as Gilligan throws over the middle to Richardson. Richardson, a nice shoelace catch for a gain of 13. I mean, on one hand, it's a little shocking that Brandon Gilligan, of all people, is having this bad of a night. On the other hand, it's the number 1 pass defense in the league. So you got to expect that as Matlock sheds off a would-be tackler, and Matlock pushing forward for a gain of 9 yards. They're inside the red zone. DeMarquez Clark. My goodness. This reminds me of that Jahmyr Gibbs moment where he gets all the way down. And then the starting running back that I cannot remember. Oh my goodness. Wow. Number 95, Grimes. Mac Grimes with the most insane win against that offensive lineman and immediate sack. That was instantaneous. Wow. Gilligan back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to launch it over. Turner with the 1st down reception. Gain of 12. Mac Grimes coming back in. I mean, as soon as Mac Grimes goes out, you can tell Virginia Beach, they suffer. Grimes is that anchor. He is the F the play up player. Something that not a lot of stats will back up as Matlock pushes forward, stiff arms a man. Oh, 9-yard gain, just shy. Gain of 3, and here comes in DeMarquez Clark. This might be an outside run. And he might, or an insider. I mean, he's so fast. He's literally one of the fastest running backs in the league. As Gilligan motions the man inside. No handoff. It's a pass play. And Clark catches it anyways for -1. Wow, okay. First of all, that was incredible by Clark to not let that get intercepted. And even more impressive that they threw it. So 3rd and 2 at the 4-yard line. Gilligan motion the man out to the right. They need a touchdown, and it's a false start. So never mind, we're not going to run it. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 9. Oh, my goodness. Who was that? That was Joe Graybill. Their center, too, which means... Wow, how does your center false start? That's crazy. Gilligan under center. I will be shocked if Matlock runs it. They give it to the old man. He shakes off the man. He's going to run it in for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. An old man touchdown. Wow, DeMarquez Clark now subbing in. Hey, DeMarquez Clark, he knows how to make me eat crow right there. That's incredible. Visconti with the PAT. It's 14-12. And as we all suspected, this game is under 20 points apiece. Wow. Kenny Matlock with one of the greatest tackle breaks. Oh my gosh. Wow, that... Okay, Powers. I'm looking at this depth chart. Somehow, this man has a 98... We're gonna break the fourth wall real quick, right? Kind of break the script. He's got a 98 in tackle breaking. That is ridiculous. If only he was faster. Marshall back to pass. He has all day, and number 35, that is Eric Walker, way out of bounds. I don't even know what he was thinking on that one. Corey Marshall a little bit upset about that one. You can see he's angry at Walker for going too far out. Marshall, defender in his face, into double coverage. And Tony Pickett, I mean, we're going to need a counter for this guy for how many dropped interceptions this guy has had on just this game alone. If I'm OKC, I take that man, I give him the jugs. Give him the jug machine. Just throw the ball at him every day. Marshall back to pass. He's going to launch it over the middle. Ooh, wow, what a play from the secondary. That was number 2, Deontay Battle. Not exactly the greatest stat day, but my goodness. And that is a 3-and-out. 4th and 10. OKC stopping the number 1 rated offense. As Lisenby now gets the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 to the 37. This Virginia Beach team, I must say, this OKC team, the defensive line is what starts it all. And that's why OKC can stay in a lot of games. And I'm just impressed by this team so far. Gilligan. There's already a flag. Matlock, the old man, stiff-arming a man to the ground, a gain of 8 yards. And they'll get an extra 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5 at the OKC 42. My goodness. And at this point, you're thinking OKC's probably going to run this as much as they can. Kenny Matlock, surprisingly, about to hit 100 yards rushing. This elderly man is going to make a difference today. As Matlock, once again, and he's pushing forward for that 100 yards. He's going to get 6 yards. My goodness, 1st and 10. DeMarquez Clark now coming in. Kenny Matlock eclipsing 100 yards, and we are almost to the 4th quarter. Gilligan, Clark, lined up. Clark gets the handoff. Goodness, wow. Number 25, Williams. Oh, my goodness. I mean, George Williams just come flying out of nowhere, and that's actually one of their players that are developing, one of their superstar defensive backs. As Gilligan hands off to Matlock. Matlock pushing forward for a gain of 8, and this is how OKC is going to try and push this clock down. DeMarquez Clark now coming back in. And if I'm OKC, you got to speed run it. You got to run it to the outside. It's all heavy on the right. You got to go left. Clark does go to the left. He's got blockers. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a stop by number 5, Malcolm Riley, the number 1 defensive back. And they're going for it on 4th and 1. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. 4th and inches. Gilligan. Clark to his right. He's going to hand off to Clark. Clark. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Take a moment and realize Anthony Givens just saved a drive ending in a score. Marshall back to pass, going to launch it over past the first down yard. Holy Jesus, I'm having a stroke. Gain of 11, throwing it past the first down line. My goodness, that was a weird sentence to say, though. First down line? Like, really? First down marker is what I meant to say. As Marshall motions number 7 to the inside. Back to pass. Massive blitz coming. He's going to get off in time. Ooh. Number 2. That is, of course, Deontay Battle. Unable to come down with it. I mean, massive blitz. I'm surprised he was even able to get that pass off. My goodness, Marshall, C4 putting some work in. Walker has got a wide lane to the left. Oh, wow, Deontay Battle. Rough. Kamani Moore now coming in. That was a blitz on the left, and he outran the blitz. That's incredible. And he's finally got positive yards, everyone. Wow. Astounding. Marshall back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to launch that. Oh, my goodness. Linebacker just took away an interception from that defensive back. That's terrible. 4th and 4. I believe this will be a punt. No, it'll be a field goal. Wow. That's a lot of trust in their kicker. 1 second remaining in the 3rd quarter. Reynolds boots it. Easy, got it. Oh, my goodness, no good. Wow. He almost had it, too. So that's his range right there. That's his range. That's incredible. That was a really good kick. Gilligan, Matlock in the back. And this is just going to run out the clock, I bet. And they do. Hand off to Matlock. Matlock, oh my goodness, he got a lane to the left. Where is 88 going? Wait. What? Yeah. That is 86, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Flew down the field. No, that was 88. Adrian Turner just flew down the field. Gilligan off his platform. Oh. 86. Who is that? That's Jimmy Burrows. Wow. Off platform. About to be sacked. Gets it off. Unable to come down with it. Matlock in the backfield. This is probably going to be a run to be safe. And it's not. It's a fake. And it's off to Matlock, who actually catches a running back reception. Wow. That's a gain of 9. Last time Kenny Matlock tried to get a running back pass, the most famous one, notorious one, was that end zone drop as DeMarquez Clark now comes in. Gilligan pitches up to Clark. Clark has all the speed. No block from number 89, though. My goodness. Gain of 5 yards. I apologize if I've been misremembering 88 from Virginia Beach and number 86 for OKC, as well as their wide receiver, number 88. Matlock with a lane to the left, pushing for 4 yards. Adrian Turner, Adrian Turner getting a bit confused over here with number 88, Trevor Robertson, with Virginia Beach. So, apologies if that occurred, as Kenny Matlock is now 122 yards, 150-plus yards, all-purpose. Gilligan hands off to Clark. Clark, I mean, he has a wide lane, and he's pushing forward, taken down by number 22, I want to say. Kasim Garvin now coming in, their third-string running back. He's out from Mount... Does that say Pleasanton or Pleasant? I'm pretty sure that's... yeah, that's Mount Pleasant. What a place to come from. That sounds nice. Gilligan under center. Kasim Garvin. They're not going to run it. In fact, he's going to throw it at Garvin, and Garvin has an amazing catch. A gain of 15 over number 58. Oh my goodness, who is that? Jonathan Coleman, their number 1 OLB. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure he's the one with the interception, if I remember correctly. Gilligan back to pass. Wide open is Richardson, and Richardson takes it up for a gain of 7. Elijah Dixon now coming in for Anthony Givens. A lot of wows, a lot of huhs, a lot of woos. This game has had it all. It's not exactly the highest scoring game, but my goodness. Gilligan hands off to Matlock. Matlock pushing, getting that first down, gain of 4 yards. And a face mask, so now it's first and goal from the Virginia Beach 4. Wow. Wow. It's just stuff you can't give up. You're down by 2. If they score 7, it's almost over. Gilligan motions the man inside, number 15. Back to pass. He's got all day and on to Sunday, and he's going to possibly rush it in for the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Gilligan. Wow. Love to see it. My goodness. Anthony Givens apparently in on the play, but I couldn't tell. That offensive line, I mean, they made... I wish we could have instant replay. As Gilligan's was running left, you could hear him motioning for the offensive line, and the left side immediately snapped to protect the perimeter for Gilligan. Normally, when a quarterback rushes to the left, the offensive line doesn't know. So they're still trying to push away and try to give up yardage as Powers returns. And instead, Gilligan motions and yells to the offensive lineman. They create a perimeter. He rushes out to the left, gets the touchdown. And now, Virginia Beach is down by 2 scores. They have to score on this drive. As Marshall, first and 10 of the 17, back to pass, 4-man rush. He's going to dump it off to Walker. Walker gets a gain of 10, but it's going to be second in inches. My goodness. And this has made it a very interesting game now. The number 1 offense, number 1 defense versus the number 20 offense and the number 6 defense. Marshall back to pass. Blitzer in his face. Riddle gets it. Gain of 3. And the pressure was so good it looked like a blitz. My goodness. First and 10 of the 31. But clock is draining Corey Marshall now 17 for 38, way under 50%, but over 200 yards. Walker with almost looked like the direct snap. It's taken down after a gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7. And now you have a delayed blitz from OKC coming in from the secondary. As Marshall with Walker behind him. Hands off to Walker. Walker running to the right. Oh my, what a hurdle! And he's off to the right side! And he's taken down by Battle after a gain of 29 yards. Kamani Moore now coming in. And I'll be honest, I was just about to say, I don't know why you're running it with the clock like this, but I guess they know something we don't. Marshall at the 37, back to pass, 5-man rush, blitzer coming to the right. Oh my goodness, Kamani Moore, what a catch. Wow. Wow. The one time the defense needs to hold this team to a field goal, and they are just bending like no other. 58 total yards, 32 rush, 26 pass. Marshall under center, Moore in the back. He's going to motion Powers from the far left all the way to the right. He's going to hand off to Moore. Moore is taken down, though, loss of 3. And that's Lunsford, a name we have not called all day. My goodness, Cedric Lunsford, the defensive tackle, their best defensive tackle, ahead of Jordan Ragsdale, in fact. Marshall under center. Walker back in. Walker gets the pitch. Walker has a lane. Oh, gain of 9. He had it on the outside. He didn't see it. Kamani Moore now comes in. 3rd and 4. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Eric Walker, 10 rushes, 50 yards, 5 yards per carry, as Moore now gets the handoff, and Moore's rushing left, and he's taken down after a gain of 6. And OKC, they're just trying to bleed this clock down as much as they can. Kamani Moore now with an incredible rush. 3 for 13 yards. Marshall under center, Walker in the back. There is a flag against the offense. Oh my goodness, and the clock is still running. 1st and 15 now. Oh man, 3 minutes and 32 seconds. I almost said 3rd and 32, my goodness. That is some Raleigh 4th down, week 4, 3, whichever week it was, type play calling right there, where you somehow get it. Marshall with the quarterback keep. Oh my goodness, gain of 8 yards. I mean, wow. Like, wow. Okay, I like that. That's a gutsy call. 2nd and 7. Corey Marshall with a gain of 8 yards. Empty backfield, back to pass. Marshall, 6-man rush. He's going to dump it off to Burns, and Burns, oh, taken down by Battle. Gain of 4. 3 minutes remaining. Oh my goodness, a double safety blitz. Wow. In the red zone, in the 10. When he's known to pass over your heads. Marshall with Walker to his right. Shakir Burns, 6 for 59 on 8 targets. Marshall launched it to the end zone. Oh my goodness, was the linebacker running the route? That's incredible. Wow. He looked like a receiver. 4th and 3. They have to go for the field goal. Reynolds. Oh my goodness, that was close. 22-yard field goal is good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And now nobody can say anything about Reynolds missing that field goal because they are down by 6. So they still would have had to gone down and drive the length of the field to score. So still a 1-score game. Edwards. Oh my gosh, just blown up by number 44. Looked like a Batista bomb there, my goodness. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. OKC probably going to try to run this one out. Virginia Beach going to try and use their timeouts. Heavy pressure on the left. Matlock, and oh my goodness. Wow, he almost had a 1st down, gain of 5 yards. Wow. Oh my goodness. That just... On that type of play, when everyone in the building knows you're going to run, and he almost got the 1st down immediately. And for some reason, well, never mind. Virginia Beach is probably waiting for the 2-minute warning. OKC. Hands off to Matlock. Matlock spins and pushes forward and gets the 1st down. And now, oh my goodness. Wow, that's not good. DeAndre Knight, number 16, not expected to return with an injury. The only slight good news is that he's their 4th string wide receiver. but he's still a talented player. This is going to hurt OKC. Gilligan back to pass. Blitz in his face, and he's picked off by Kelsey. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, my. Jesus. And here we go. Marshall, empty backfield, back to pass. Oh, what is this? What is that? 2nd and 21. What in the world was that? Wow. You know, every single Mariner fan now is just slamming their head against the wall, wondering what the hell was that? Marshall back to pass, gonna dump it off to Riddle. Gain of 4, so now it's only 3rd and 18. My goodness. And unfortunately for Marshall, they have to, or for the Mariners, they have to score, and Marshall, I suppose, because they only got 2 timeouts. Marshall is going to motion the back out to the right again. That's Walker. Back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to launch it. Oh, my goodness. We almost ended on a pick 6. 4th and 18. I don't know. Does Virginia Beach go for it, or do they kick it? They're going to go for it. Okay, here we go. Marshall, what do you got? Here we go. 4th and 18. Motion 88 out to the right. That's Robertson. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Going to bomb it deep to Powers, and Powers has the touchdown. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There is just no way. There is no way OKC let that up. Reynolds. Oh my gosh, it looked like he was going to shank it. PAT is good. 22-21. It took OKC 4 quarters to get 21 hard-fought points. In fact, I think it took... I didn't even score in the second half, to be honest. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Reynolds boots it deep. OKC's been playing better in the second half. We're going to see. It's a minute 16 left. Can they do it? They got all their timeouts. Edwards taken down short of the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 to the 17, a minute 13. Here we go. 2-minute drive. You got to drive 83 yards. 3 timeouts. Let's see how they do it. Gilligan with Matlock behind him. He's going to motion Matlock out. Empty backfield. Gilligan back to pass. Foul man rush. He's sacked. -8 yards. That's not good. And they need to hurry. Grimes with an incredible sack. And a minute left, and they're not doing anything. Oh my goodness. 2nd and 18. This is not good. Gilligan flanked by his fullback and his running back. Motions 87 to the inside. Back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to launch it to the outside. Richardson is going to gain 4 whole yards and stop the clock. I don't know if I like that call. You've got all your timeouts. You need to drive the football. Gilligan with Matlock to his left. He's going to motion. It looks like 88 to the left. Back to pass. 4-man rush. What do you got, Gilligan? Oh my goodness. 88 unable to come down with it. Wow. Adrian Turner. You need to make that. You're a superstar wide receiver. You gotta make that. Oh my goodness. 4th and 14. OKC led for all of a quarter. And Adrian Turner with a 1st down. Oh my goodness. Wow. And OKC is still not calling a timeout for some reason. 30 seconds left. What are they doing? Adrian Turner with an incredible 1st down grab. What is going on here? Gilligan back to pass. He's going to launch it again. And Edwards. Oh my goodness. Are they finally going to call a timeout? They do. 16 seconds left. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. No way. You have to run it. You can't afford interception. Wow. Gilligan motions the fullback out to the right. He's going to hand off to Matlock. Matlock's going to run up the middle. Matlock evades. Stiff arms another man and a gain of 5 yards. OKC calls a timeout. What do? Do they run it again, or do they go for the field goal? Wow. Oh my goodness. What a game. Oh, wow. They're going to go for the field goal. Here we go. Visconti for the win. It's up. 44-yard field goal is good. I don't know. I shouldn't have said for the win. Virginia Beach is 5 seconds. I mean, they've pulled some miracle drives out today. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm making sure everything's recorded. I'm making sure this is all good. This is an incredible game. Powers with the return. What are you doing? 1 second left. Okay, well, that's, I mean, you know, 5 seconds, 1 second. There's no difference, but he almost ran that clock out. 1st and 10 of the 23. Here we go. 5 wide receivers. It's going to be a Hail Mary attempt. 4-man rush, and he's going to bomb it already to Lawson. Oh, my gosh, that would have been incredible. 18-yard gain, and that's it. Wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say. That was incredible. Wow. What a game. Let's go over the game MVPs. Kenny Matlock, 28 rushes, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Deontay Battle, 1 TFL, 6 tackles, 4 pass deflections. That's the most critical part of all of this. The fact that Deontay Battle had 4 passes deflected, that's crucial. Corey Marshall, this offense, they were running up and down the field on everybody all season long. OKC's defensive line stopped him. Incredible. Let's head over the stats. Neither quarterback had a great day. Corey Marshall got back to 50%, but he's gonna hit regression hard on that accuracy. 23 of 46, 284, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Brandon Gilligan, 15 of 33, 225, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Oh my goodness. I mean, wow. Head over to the game stats. 22-24, Corey Marshall, the Virginia Beach MVP for offense. Is that Matt Grimes? I don't want to say Mac and it be Miles. Where are you? Desmond. Yeah, Matt Grimes, defensive line, defensive MVP. 3 sacks, 2 TFLs, 6 tackles. He really activated on towards the second half, more towards the 4th quarter, to be completely honest. Team leaders, you can see here, everyone had their part. I mean, Virginia Beach, I don't even think they rushed for 100 yards, and they're the #1 passing and rushing team. Only 284 yards. It's not a good day for the defense. You can see the total plays here. Rush plays, OKC, I mean, wow. That's a disparity. 85 total plays to Virginia's 65. A lot of 3 and outs. That's incredible. 385 total yards to 334, 188 to 71, 197 pass yards to 263, 3 sacks to 5, and 3 turnovers to 1. Now, for everyone at home who doesn't want to look at the player stats, thank you all for watching. We appreciate you, and we will see you at the next game, and we will see you in Season 3, Week 7. As I almost said, Season 7. I hope there is a Season 7. But anyways, I'm Cole, for all of you who will be leaving early, and thank you for watching. Now, those of you who are still here, let's go ahead and look at the player stats. As we take a look, and we look at Shakir Burns leading in receptions, and Powers leading in yards. Malcolm Riley leading the team in tackles. And then we can look at the sacks with Matt Grimes, obviously, Toussaint and McLean. Interceptions, Coleman and Kelsey. TFLs is Toussaint again. Deflected passes, Coleman. McLean with forced fumble, and Cooper with the recovery. So apologies, it wasn't Cooper with the destruction that ensued. It was McLean, Jeremiah McLean. And Jeremiah McLean, if I can find him somewhere on here, he's actually, he's the #2 defensive back, the cornerback, I apologize. Laying the hit stick on that man. So we head over to returns, as Marion has 2 punt returns, Powers with 5. David Reynolds, he actually missed 2. Interesting. I only remember him missing 1, but we'll go with that. 5 of 7. Made both his extra points. So I guess you could say, now at the end of it, if he had just made his field goals, they would have won. Hunter Waldorf, 4 punts, 1 inside the 20. And we'll head on over to OKC. Brandon Gilligan with a 53 rating. Let's go back. It has 68 rating, so not that much better. So look at rushing, as Kenny Matlock leads with attempts, and obviously yards. Receiving, Richardson leads in that department, as he should. And Jamal Edwards leads in yardage. Going to defense, Tony Pickett, I mean, he could have had a day today. If he had just learned how to catch, he could have had 6 tackles and 4 interceptions. It would have been great. Ragsdale, Tompkins, and Riley all tie for sacks. Augustine with the lone interception. He's a linebacker, by the way. That's more impressive. Ragsdale with 2 TFLs. Tony Pickett, Battle, and Simoneau, all with 4 deflected passes. My goodness. Forced fumbles 0, recovery 0. J.R. Lisenby, 4 returns. And Jamal Edwards with 6 returns. Head on over to Kiki. Joey Visconti with the lone field goal, the game-winning field goal. And 3 extra points, and 3 extra points attempted, and 3 points made. 5 punts, 1 in the 20, but 3 are touchbacks. So that's definitely going to be a regression. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This was a boring game, a little bit boring for some of you, but I can guarantee that fourth quarter, everyone's going to love that fourth quarter, especially the final 6 minutes of that game. I'd say the 3-minute mark, probably. The last 3 minutes, the most explosive gameplay we've seen, and that's the type of gameplay we expected. We expected 10 points every quarter. We were expecting a 40 to like 42, a 40 to 44, something weird like that. And instead, we're gifted with the beauty of a 24 to 22 game in which it was 14 to 12 heading into the fourth quarter. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. I am Cole, as always, and we will see you at the next game and the next week. Thank you.